Hi, I'm Ashwin Ramachandran, founder of Musical Vibes Studios and co-founder of Musical Vibes Live, a band that plays in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I am amazed by the abundance of musicians that are around in this area. Many musicians, but some of them extremely and exceptionally talented. Talented and exceptional in a manner because they have a very, very different view of music that they bring to the table. And not just skilled in music, but they impart this music across to the younger generation. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to two such talented individuals who have made waves in the recent past with their rendition of Aigiri Nandini, hashtag Texas Veena Walks. This rendition has gone viral and has been featured in Sun TV and several other premium Tamil magazines.
அமெரிக்காவின் டெக்சாஸ் மாநிலத்தில் வாழும் தமிழர்கள் நடத்திய நவராத்திரி நிகழ்ச்சியில் வீணை கலைஞர்களும் இசை கலைஞர்களும் இணைந்து ஐகிரி நந்தினி பாடலை பாடினர்.
A group of 50 musicians starting from age 6, all of whom are students of these two individuals, worked relentlessly in bringing this rendition to life. We at Cloud9 Texas would like to appreciate and congratulate these two individuals by having them perform at the opening of the High On music event on the 14th of October 2022. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce you to VASEEGARAN of V Sharp Gurukulam and PRAKASAM of Priya's 7 Strings. Vasanth, Priya, welcome.
Hello, Ashwin.
Hi. Vasanth, my first question to you is that, I've seen you play music and I've seen how amazing you are on the stage. What prompted you to pick the keyboard up or pick music for that matter? Give us some history behind it.
Sure, definitely, Ashwin. First, I want to thank you for this interview because every musician needs some kind of recognition for the work that they do, right? Because appreciation is what keeps us going forward. You know it as a musician.
Yes.
So, what keeps me going, right? Let me talk about my family a little bit, right? So that it's easy to set up the context. I'm a musician, as you know. My dad is a musician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My grandfather is also a musician.
I see.
So music runs in my family genes, right? So my dad taught me, he actually got me a small piano when I was 5 or 6, I guess, because he used to travel for concerts and I always travel with him. And one time I asked him, Dad, can I learn some music? So I think he got me a keyboard during my birthday, one of the birthdays, and I liked it very much. And after a while, I started, just like how other kids, they lose interest, I lost interest. So what he did was, he used to put me in a music room. he locked me there for 2 hours with just the keyboard. So okay. I think that's how I got bonded with the music. And when I was, I think when I was in my 5th grade, there was one concert at my school where I performed and the entire auditorium, the entire school, they all clapped and it was like, wow. So if I learn music properly, there will be a lot of audience for me.
That was the trigger.
That was the trigger actually, yes, to be honest, yes. And then I got more interested in learning music properly and my dad used to teach me everything. He's my first guru. So whatever I learned from him is what I am today. And of course, all the other musicians that I met on the way, right?
So Vasanth, have you been formally trained in music as such?
Yeah, I was learning from my dad for 6 months. Then he decided to put me in a music school for a grand total of 1 whole month.
What?
You wouldn't believe this.
Okay.
I went to music school for just 1 month. And obviously, as you know, right, like they give you sheet music where you look at it and play. Trust me, I was not able to connect with them at all.
Oh, wait. You couldn't connect with music school? Why?
Yeah, because I've been learning from my dad for 6 months where I was enjoying music.
Okay.
All of a sudden, when I go to music school, they gave me a book. And they were saying this is quarter note, that is eighth note, blah, 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 and start playing. What will I play? There's nothing to connect for me actually. All they were trying to do was they were trying to make you like a robot, prepare you for certification, which I don't need because I need to be able to connect it.
Right.
I didn't be able to connect to the music, right? So, for example, right, we all know 3 plus 2 is 5. They have been teaching 3 plus 2 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5, 3 plus 2 is 5. They never taught me how 3 plus 2 became 5.
Logic.
Logic is more important.
I see.
So that's the reason I was not able to connect with them. So then I came to my dad and then it all started again.
Okay. Nice. So speaking of music schools, Vasanth, you have a music school of your own, V-Sharp Gurukulam. So how is it different from the others?
V-Sharp Gurukulam has been here for almost 2.5 years, and that's the reason why I even started the music school.
Okay.
As I told, I come from a family of musicians. Obviously, I want my daughter to be a musician as well, right?
Right.
So when she was 2 years old, she started humming a song, and she was able to connect all the notes. She was singing Shruti, like pitch, everything. Everything was perfect. I was like, wow, amazing, right? So I started teaching her a little bit of music and playing the pianos and things like that. But all my friends, they all told me, Vasanth, why don't you put your daughter in music school?
Okay.
Right? Just like everybody does, right? So I thought, okay, let me try. And then I tried. But I saw her also going through the same pain that I went through.
Nostalgia. Okay.
Right? She was not able to connect to any of the teachers. She was not able to connect with any of the notes or any of the sheet music. I'm not saying that sheet music is bad, but the way of teaching is not right.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah, got it.
And I don't want my daughter to go through, and I don't want any of the students that I'm seeing in my life to go through.
Okay.
And that's the reason I started V-Sharp Gurukulam.
Fantastic.
I actually quit my IT job to do this.
Wow. That's a lot of guts, Vasanth.
Yep. But I'm very happy that I did this because I see a lot of students coming out. They're so happy, and I see the parents are also very, very happy putting their students here because at the end of the day, right, like why are we learning music? We should be able to do what we like.
Absolutely.
Right?
Right.
So
no satisfaction like that. Absolutely.
Right? And I want all my musicians to be composers, being an independent musician, not just being able to play an instrument. No, you should be able to sing, you should be able to play an instrument, and you should be able to compose a song, and you should be able to release your own album. That makes you complete.
I can completely relate to this, Vasanth.
Yeah, so that's the reason I started Gurukulam, where the way we teach itself is totally different. It's totally different, right? We make them strong on their foundation. At the end of the day, music is all what? 12 notes, correct? As long as they know how to connect the 12 notes, learning music or any instrument is going to be very easy. So that's what we strive for. And to me, I believe that it takes only 2 to 3 years for anybody to learn music fully. Of course, advanced and all those things are good. Obviously, like music learning there's no stop to it, right?
True.
No end to it.
It's
a lifelong process. But if you have a basic strong, you can learn anything on your own.
Priya, hi.
Hi, Ashwin.
You play the Veena, which is a very unique Indian instrument. Can you throw some light in terms of when you started learning the instrument? What got you interested?
So when I was at the age of 11, my parents wanted to choose an instrument. So my grandparents, uncle, aunt, they love music. They sing, they play violin and all that stuff. So for me, sitar was one instrument which was I was very impressed. Like I was very much fascinated by the way Ravi Shankar ji plays the instrument, the speed and the style and all. I was born and brought up in Trichy. Even today I don't find anyone who teaches a
plays
sitar.
Sitar in South India.
Yeah, in South India I don't find them. So the closest instrument I could find was Veena.
Okay.
And there's a college called Kalai Kaveri College of Fine Arts, very close to my home. So there they teach all instruments and Bharatanatyam. So Dr. Bhanumati was my first guru,
Okay.
and even till today I'm in touch with her. It's my blessing to have her as my teacher and guru.
Okay.
And
this
how
was
it
at what
started.
age?
At 11.
At 11, okay.
11, yeah.
Okay.
My teacher, my guru, she's like a mother-like character in my life.
I see.
Like she teaches in and out, and she encourages me.
So Priya, you took up the Veena at a very early age. So when did you start teaching kids?
So after marriage and kids, I decided I will not go back to IT. It was not my cup of tea. So it was kind of monotonous, and that was when my husband insisted me to bring my Veena back from India.
I said, which year was this?
2015.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was when I got the Veena first time, and even during the first time I faced so many challenges, like to pack it, to ship it, to talk to the airlines manager for the oversize and all. It was a huge task to bring it here. I paid nearly double the amount of money to bring it here.
Wow.
I did online payment once, and then they said that, so that was not accepted, and I had to pay at the counter again.
I see.
And finally I brought it here, and I was just playing for my own relaxation.
I can
Just
feel the
like,
passion, Priya.
in Dallas, I came to know so many people. They play keyboard and violin and drums, mridangams. So weekends we just used to meet in someone's home, and we'll casually jam, and they play some songs, sing together. And it was fun. It was like a family meeting over the weekends. And those people actually, they encouraged me a lot, even though I was just playing some basic stuff. They were like pushing me to do more. And yearly once maybe we give a band like concert performance, and that actually gave me confidence, and I started taking it seriously. I wanted to continue with it. And I remember once, like in a WhatsApp group, they were just sharing music, like what they sang or what they play or something like that. And many of them were interested with the Veena thing and all. And Priya VASANTH was one person who started a music school, and she wanted to expand her school with all instruments. She gave me an opportunity to step in as teacher for instrument Veena. And I was with her for a year, and later that COVID came in, and things took a total turnover, and we had to do everything online, and things changed. That is when I started the online Priya 7 Strings.
I see. And how many students did you begin with?
Initially, it was a plan to start for kids to learn to teach instruments, but to our surprise, it was mainly adults, like women of working age, of my age or older, and I did not expect that at all. I was expecting to teach for kids,
Kids, basically, you're saying,
kids,
the initial audience for you.
Yeah. But it was mostly friends and friends of friends who came in for the trial class, and it just picked up from there.
I see. And today, how many students do you have?
Today I have like around 40 students.
Some journey.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back to #Texas Veena Walks. Aigiri Nandini, 30 Veena students, 20 vocal students, viral video. What made you guys do this?
So back in 2019, when we started, even from day one, we were planning like there should be one grand Veena performance with all these players. Like that day we were like 10 people. We imagined like more than at least 20 people would be doing one fine day. But later then, due to COVID and online things, we didn't think of it. So once when things opened up now, we started resuming in person, and I thought like Navratri was the right time to do one good video for this, and Aigiri Nandini is such a powerful mantra, and that's a song we chose. So basically I wanted to do the whole song, the instrumental version, with all the Veena thing. Initially I didn't have vocal things in my plan, but when I approached Vasanth for to get the video done for this project, and that is where it became a collaborative project, and he stepped in and took it to a whole new level.
Yeah, so when Priya approached me, right, the idea was to do a proper Veena cover where we have about 30 people, I guess, right?
Yeah.
30 people to do a Veena cover for Aigiri Nandini. It's a very big song. It has about 21 verses. And I think there are only 20 verses. There are only 20 verses in all the YouTube links that you see. This is the only version where you will see all the 21 verses.
Right.
Right? So when she approached, I really liked the idea. And so coming back to V-Sharp Gurukulam, I want to tie it up to this one, right? Like V-Sharp Gurukulam, the name became, I kept the name as V-Sharp Gurukulam because I want to bring in the traditional elements in a contemporary style. And that's the reason I didn't keep a V-Sharp music school. I want to stay connected with my students, right? All my classes are over Zoom. And I think I have close to 250 students right now, all over the world. And there are 100 people on wait list Trust me. It's getting bigger. So I want to create opportunities for all the people that I'm teaching, because I want to stay connected with those guys and I want to make them feel happy about what they're learning. So when Priya came up with this idea of doing a video production of Aigiri Nandini with just Veena people, right, like 30 people, I thought, okay, why not include the kids also to sing this song? It's an opportunity, it's a collaborative effort, right? So I bumped up this idea to her and she was, wow, yes, let's do this.
So what challenges did you face when you took this up? Both pre-production, post-production, it's a viral video. What challenges did you really face?
We had few challenges here and there. Right, so we had a lot of challenges in terms of recording and getting everybody in sync, and I think the entire effort, it was done in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In less than 3 weeks, like she trained all her Veena players. I think they had close to 6 or 7 rehearsals or something like that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, the main challenge was not all the students are on the same level. So some may be like 1 year or 2 years or something like that. We met like 4 times in an outdoor park, like all 30 of us, and a lot of people were staring what they're doing in the common park. Yeah, but it was nice to meet them out, yeah.
Yeah, so the way we did was like, we recorded we had few challenges as we told, right? Like, so what we did was, we recorded the audio first with the Veena players and the vocalists in my studio, and we mixed them. We added the drums and all those things, programming, everything is done. Then I was talking to Priya, why don't we get a big venue to do this and all this. Then she was looking all over the place and finally found this Frisco Commons Park. So she shared some pictures, like an amphitheater, right? So I was like, wow, this is the best place to do that. Let's go for it. So that's when it all started with the video shoots planning and all this. So we thought, okay, now let's get the drone, because the first shot has to be drone where we can show them the magnitude of the people that we have, right? So, yeah, post-production was a little bit challenging because we had to do everything in just 1 week. We have to hit it on Navaratri.
Yeah, so I think we came up with the plan on 1st of September. First week was practice, next week was audio recording, next week was video recording, next week was the whole album was released.
So as you know, Aigiri Nandini is in Sanskrit. Imagine a kid born and brought up in this country, learning all the 21 verses in just 10 days. It's an amazing feeling. I'm so happy that it all worked out.
Yeah. To practice, bringing the coordination was a challenging thing. Like you have to get all 30 people at one time at one spot, and you can't accommodate at home in any place. So searching for rehearsal schedules and bringing them together, and they were very cooperative, be it adults or students and their parents. They were on time. They made sure they didn't miss any practice, and so that's how I think it has come out,
Very true.
Yeah. And I would like to mention one person in particular, Mr. Swachandar. He's got co-joined fingers in his hands and toes, which means he's got like 8 fingers in his hands and toes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it is little difficult to switch the fingers and play, but he's definitely an inspiration for me. He's been continuously playing, and he's inspired me and my students too. And I'm glad he's part of this album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see that you've put a lot of effort in collecting 50 people together and bringing this video to life. And guess what? You are going to do this all over again. How do you feel about it?
I'm so happy that we'll be performing this song in front of a large audience in Dallas, and it's going to give a lot of exposure to the kids involved in this entire project, and it's not an easy thing, right? And I'm sure the audience are also going to enjoy this.
It's going to be one of a kind of a performance for the audience to witness so many Veena artists on a grand scale at one point of time.
Yes, and this is the first time such a thing is going to happen in this country. We are so excited about this.
Yeah.
Vasanth, Priya, the excitement is mutual. I want to take this opportunity to thank you both, and on behalf of Cloud9 and Team Cloud9, to walk us through your musical journey. So we wish you the very best on your endeavor with V Sharp Gurukulam and Priya 7 Strings. All the best. Good luck.
Thank you, Ashwin, and thanks to Cloud9 for having us.